Good morning. This is Anne Rossley with Baird Warner. I'm here today with Kyle Harvey, and this is our weekly show, Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Anne, where we talk about real estate in Chicago. Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm terrific, thank you. Happy to start off a fresh week.
Excellent. Good morning.
We'll post it on your Facebook. For those of you who watch, you can catch our show at Anne Rossley Real Estate on Facebook, or we're going to figure out how to get you to at Kyle Harvey Shy on Facebook for Kyle. And also we're on YouTube every week. So please follow us on YouTube and subscribe. Okay, so we have a busy full week this week. Today we're going to talk about, number one, new listings. We're going to talk about the market. And then we're going to talk about how you as a buyer can win in a multiple offer situation, followed up by dream houses.
Luxury homes of the week, the best of the best. We can all dream. Yeah. Well, listen, why don't I kick it off with my new listing in Old Town, the Old Town Triangle. Can you share my other screen, madam?
Or can you share your screen?
Oh, I've already shared it. There we go. So this is 1737 North Park. I'd love to make it bigger. I don't think I can though. And it is a beautiful workman's cottage that's been turned into a contemporary home. So the main floor is all open space, 14-foot ceilings in the living room. That's a view through the kitchen, through the dining room, to the living room. Really beautiful. These owners have a galley kitchen and breakfast room because they don't cook.
What's the price on this again, Kyle?
I never told you. It is $1,375,000 because I forgot. It's morning. It is, which is actually very well priced property for the Old Town Triangle, especially one right in the heart. I mean, I pinned it on a map. It is smack in the heart of the Old Town Triangle. So just a couple more pictures. Look how pretty that is. Gosh, these people have kept it really very beautifully decorated and very well maintained. Just cruising through the pictures quickly.
That's
more kitchen.
House. Yeah.
So this is this sort of bonus room. So a couple of owners previously had turned the house sort of upside down. Rather than everything being upstairs, they flipped the bedrooms to the ground level. The living area is on the second or main level, and then there's this sort of open, airy third level. And the third level has this bonus room that they've previously used as a bedroom, and it's now used as the man cave, as everyone should have. So there are 4 beds. Oopsie, I'm hitting the wrong thing. 4 beds, 4 and a half baths. And here's the main bedroom. Look how big that is. Gosh. More bathroom stuff. The third bedroom, they share the bathroom. The 2 kids' rooms share a bath. This is the other kids' room. This is the 4th bedroom is on the 3rd floor, and it's perfect if you have guests because they have their own private area. Now, some people are thinking about turning this into a master suite up here, having the kids downstairs. Up to you. Another bathroom. Here's the half bath. And look at that pretty yard. Now, there is a garage roof that when these owners bought the house, they couldn't build on because of the previous restrictions. But those restrictions have been lifted, and their neighbors have built on their roof. These owners didn't want a roof deck, but check with lawyers and architects to see if you can add a roof. So what a pretty outdoor space. And then there's even a front private little terrace that's just as nice as can be. So, and then bonus, Old Town 2-car garage.
Very nice.
All right, that's what I've got for my listing. It is active now. I'm going to unshare. It is active now on the MLS. So make an appointment.
Very nice. Okay, so this property, 2145 North Clark. It is an 8-unit complex that is like in the shape of a donut. So it all faces this courtyard. And so you drive into the courtyard, you drive into your attached garage. This is a 2,800 square foot home on 4 levels, priced at $1,120,000. And see, that's what the courtyard looks like. Very congenial atmosphere. Let me show you the
Very
floor plan
private.
here. So you come in, it's a typical kind of Chicago floor plan where you come in, wait a minute, here you go.
There you go. I
Right?
recognize that floor
Here you
plan
go.
now. Yeah.
Okay, so the garage is here. The floor plan guide didn't draw it. Okay, so garage is here. You come in to the foyer. You've got a family room, full bath, laundry room. Go upstairs. Look at this wide, expansive living dining area.
The family room was good size too.
Yes, and well, you know what? You could use it as a bedroom because you've got a full bath here, which is nice. Yeah, this is, look at this, 17 by 22. It's a wide floor plan. It's not a long floor plan. And then upstairs, the primary bedroom has the suite with the beautiful walk-in closet with the skylight, big bath. And then here's your second bath with bedroom. Then you go up to the 3rd level and there's a bedroom. Now, what's not drawn in here is this is an office area here. So you've got wet bar, an office, and this beautiful rooftop deck, which I'm going to show you in a minute.
Did I see, because I went and looked at it, was there a skylight lighting that office area on the 4th floor, or was it just the lights from the
3 skylights? Yes.
Yeah, it was really bright and lovely.
So this is that big living dining. Here's that family room. Back to the living room. And it's kind of an open, cool staircase. This is the primary bedroom. Nice and big.
Nice and big.
Bedrooms. This is the 4th floor bedroom.
And both of our listings are in the very well-regarded Lincoln School District. And close to Francis Parker, close to Latin, easy to get on the highway if you take kids either north or south to the other good schools, private schools. So it's a very convenient location for both of these homes.
Absolutely. So couple of great new listings. Come check them out, everybody. Oh, built-in grill. And I am going to stop sharing. Here we go.
Okay.
And again, we need to make it big, right?
Yes.
Okay, bear with me. Here we go. Okay. We're going to be very focused today as we talk about the Chicago market. Y'all are familiar with the Chicago map of the 77 communities. I've come in a little bit here on the Chicago because this is basically our primary market area. And I just wanted to show you, this is the overall picture for our market area. Month supply of homes is up to 6.9. So it is becoming a buyer's market, although it's not huge inventory, but it's still strong. But I wanted to show you this. When you're priced right, even in this primary market, you're going to sell. And if you are under $1 million, it's not that long of a market.
Well, it really depends. It depends. Yeah.
It depends. It depends. But my point is overall, if you take everything into account, under $500,000, it's only 14 days before listing contract.
Yeah.
I know what you're going to say. Hold on, Kyle. if you're 500 to $1 million, 10 days. Now
that's something.
This takes into account all those listing agents that cancel a property and put it in new. And we've talked in the past many, many times about how a property will sell at 97, 98% of list price. So this isn't a remarkable number when you think about it that way, because what's happening is people are reducing their prices. They are putting them in as new. And then finally, when you get to that sweet spot after you've canceled 3 times and put it in new, and it's at the right price, within 10 to 14 days, you're getting a contract. So,
well, see, but that's the point. And I can't talk about this enough. It's pricing it right the first time so that you don't have to do these price cuts.
Right.
Too many folks think I need to have a cushion for negotiation. And it's the mindset of buyers has changed. They don't want to negotiate. There will be some people who will lowball, but you just say no.
Right.
But most people want to be really close to where you are but they will not bid if the price is wrong.
That's
So,
right. Yep.
stop
So
it, people.
when it's there, it's right. Yeah. So now I'm
Yeah.
going to talk about two neighborhoods that are pretty hot right now. We're going to talk first about West Town, which
Mhm.
includes Ukrainian Village, Wicker Park, and the West Loop, or part of the West Loop, and that's very hot. So I wanted to show
Look
you
at
this.
that. Wow.
The month's supply of homes is only 4 months.
Especially for well-priced ones. Or
Yeah,
for
right.
lower price, entry level.
And in September, it was only 8 or 10 days.
Wow.
Now, what that means is there are probably some multiple offers out there, right, Kyle? Which is going to
Yes.
lead into our topic of the day.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at Logan Square, which is that's been a hot neighborhood for a while too.
For a while, yeah.
So Logan Square, month supply of homes, even at 1.5 million and more, is only 5.7. Kyle, we haven't hit the 6-month mark. But look, if you're 600,000 or less, 3.5 months of inventory, and even the $1 million homes are selling quickly over there. Look at that, 12 days and 14 days between list and contract when you have it priced right and it comes on new whatever time you put it on. So,
but wait, look at that spike. Is that spike the COVID period? No, what's that spike of the million or more? All of a sudden going to 200 days and then down to 14.
Yeah, it's a monthly number, so it could have been an anomaly. But let's say September, August, July. That would have been what was put under contract in April, which was low.
Okay.
So.
All righty. Good.
Anyway.
Yeah, that would be low. That would be low. Yeah.
So that's the story on Market Update of the Week.
One of the things that we thought we'd talk about, what is a multiple offer situation? A multiple offer situation is where a property is so hot that more than one buyer has submitted an offer to the seller at about the same time. Normally, offers come in one at a time just because that's sort of how the flow is. But and sellers and buyers, their agents, negotiate directly with each other. But in some situations when our property is hot, a number of offers will come in right about the same time. And so we thought we'd talk about a couple of common misperceptions that both buyers and sometimes even agents have. If an offer is made, that offer is confidential. That's a misconception. If there is no signed confidentiality agreement, you probably entered into before you submit the offer, there's no automatic confidentiality. The seller can tell anybody about it, can say who made it, how much, what the terms are. They can blast it out. They don't have any obligation to keep it secret. Now, we as their brokers have to keep it secret unless the seller tells us, no, tell people about it. So just FYI, it's not private.
Okay.
Sellers, some buyers think that sellers have an obligation to tell a buyer if there are other offers. Nope, they do not. They get to decide if there's other offers out there, and they can selectively reveal how many offers. They can tell some buyers that there are other offers and not tell other buyers. It all depends. They get to decide all of that themselves. And then, of course, have us listing brokers act on that information. And what do you do? Do you discuss this with your seller in advance, whether you're going
Absolutely.
to? So what do you tell them? What do you guys talk about?
We talk about it all. We talk about first agency, which is the next point you're going to get to, I think, which talks about if a buyer comes in and they're one of my clients or I meet them at an open house, how do we deal with that situation? So we talk about that. We talk about their goals because that will affect, like I have somebody who's been sniffing around one of my listings and I keep my seller informed. But then we have the conversation. Do we tell other people who may come to look at the listing that other people are sniffing around? Sometimes it can help you. Sometimes it can hurt you because some people won't get into a multiple offer situation no matter what. And so they,
Yeah, they get frightened off. They think,
but we
oh,
also,
yeah.
we all know a real estate agent somewhere who has at one point been sleazy and said, oh, I have all these people circling around. You better put your offer in fast. And I know we don't operate that way, and most agents don't, but it's been known to happen.
Well, but I've also had where I've felt activity, but I've not gotten an offer. And then an offer comes in and it's the only offer, and I negotiate it. And the other agents are like, why didn't you tell me? And my response was, you didn't give me you didn't give me a big enough clue that you were interested. So
absolutely right. And when I have a client who's interested in a property, same thing, just like you talk to the seller in advance, you talk to the buyer in advance, and you say, excuse me, I had that happen this weekend where I had a cute young couple out, and they saw this property, one of Danny's listings, one of our colleagues, and loved it. And I said to them, how much do you want me to reveal to them? Because on one hand, you want to not show your bargaining hand. On the other hand, if somebody comes in and buys this property out from under you because you didn't know that another offer was coming in, will you be sad? And that's really, the best way to put it to them. How will you feel if you lose this property because you didn't act now, because we didn't tell them we were interested and wanted to know what was going on, et cetera, et cetera. So,
what's sort of interesting, I recognize that there's a new attitude. One, buyers think that they have time to think about it, that they have time to consider it, that it's sort of like a garment at a shop, that there's another one in the back. And so I can think about it and I can go get it later. But if the property is well priced and you're interested, it may be gone. Real estate is considered unique. And it is unique because there's nothing, there's one of them at a, even if it's in a building, there's one at the floor with that view. So, act now. Don't well, I got to think about it. Well, okay, as long as you're really comfortable with it being gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then that gets us to another point: is how do you deal best with multiple offers? Don't get into one.
Right.
If you buy it first before everybody else because you were smart enough to act quickly, then you'll be better off.
Well, I've got another misconception that a lot of people have, that sellers must or are going to accept the highest offer.
Oh, right. No, that's not the case at all.
No,
absolutely not.
I mean,
do you want to talk about some instances where that's the case, where they might not want to?
Well, my experience has been that the thing that is most important is often unrevealed, like closing date. I need a long close. I put my property on the market because I'm worried that it's going to take a long time to sell, but all of a sudden, because I did everything right, now I've got to move, but I'm not ready to move. I want to move at the end of the year. I want to move at the end of the school year, whatever the answer is. So they might take less if they can hold on to the property for longer and not have to move. So,
because there's a cost involved to them. So even though it's a lower price they're taking, it's because they're saving money and saving effort on the other side, right?
Or whatever it is, whatever their motivation is, we've got to. It's Anne's and mine and Oliver's job to suss that out, and be the best advocates for our buyers because we know what's important to the seller.
Right. The other thing is maybe it's the amount of down payment or earnest money. I've had situations where the prices were almost identical, but one of them was a cash offer.
Yeah.
And putting a lot of money down, and that's the preferable one because you're going to get to the closing table. So
yeah, we actually had something that where somebody came in with an offer that had no contingencies, no attorney review, no inspection. They wanted it. Yep. They knew that the only way to get it was to come in as high as they could and and have zero contingencies. And I don't recommend that in every case. Of course, it was my listing, So it all worked out because it was a beautiful property. But that's risky. But these are the things that can make your offer really
Right.
stand out. Okay.
Exactly right. Okay.
Now, the final misconception is if there are multiple offers, the seller must say, I'm going to call for best and finals and invite
All right.
everyone to the best and final. They don't have to do that. They don't have to ask for best and final offers, and they don't have to invite everyone. And that comes back to this concept that we'll get to a little bit below. It's not always a great idea to lowball your first offer to see
Right.
how little they'll take, because what may happen is the seller says, I don't really like that guy. We're not going to deal with him going forward. So anyway.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. Right. And of
Um,
course, as you and I both know, and this doesn't mean you get to pick and choose who you like better, because we do have fair housing and other issues that we need to take into account when we see multiple offers. But
yeah.
if somebody's terms are good, they're going to be easy to work with, then absolutely a seller may not choose the highest one. So
And then also, if offers are the same, effectively the same, very little difference between them. If the buyer is represented by a broker who is helpful in pulling deals together and bringing their buyers to closing, who are really known to take on clients who are serious, will have their ducks in a row, then you're going to lean towards that broker because you have
absolutely.
confidence that the deal will close. So
I've
again,
had
choose
agents
your
say
broker
to
well.
me,
Yeah.
"Oh, Anne, I like working with you. I hope we can put this deal together," because they
Yeah.
know that it's going to happen. So
Yeah.
absolutely. All right. So let's talk about what a buyer can do heading into a multiple offer situation that will benefit them.
Yes. So what I like to do is here I'm checking things out before I because now you won't always know that it's a multiple offer situation. Sometimes you've just got to put in your best offer, and there's some things that Anne and I will check when we're trying to decide, is there potential for multiple offer here? Is one, we'll look at the days on market. How long has this property been on the market? If it's been on the market for 120 days, you are likely to be alone in the bidding. We can look at there's an app called Showing Time, which I totally rely on to make appointments. But if it looks like there aren't showings booked in the Showing Time app, then you can have a sense that maybe people aren't looking at it right now.
Right.
And finally, we take a look at what comparable properties in the same neighborhood, same area, how quickly they're moving. So if it looks like 3-bedroom, 3 baths in Lincoln Park are moving like hotcakes, then you're a little bit more at risk that this property is going to move ahead. But so we talked about caring about those things. So what do you like to put when you sense that you're in a multiple offer situation? What do you advise your clients, your buyers, to put in an offer? What do you like them to do, Anne?
Well, the first thing is to have that pre-approval that is as absolutely strong as can be. And, I don't want to go into it too deep here, but it's a pre-approval, not pre-qualification.
Yep.
If the lender can put in there that it's for this property with, this, and that they've gone through underwriting and all that good stuff and all their paperwork's in, it just makes for stronger. And then we talk about all the different variables in the contract other than price that can make them look better. And it's a balancing act between how strong they can be versus how protected they need to be. And we talk about all those variables. I would say it's important that we find out during the showing experience what the seller is looking for. So if the seller is looking to close November 30th because of X, Y, and Z, I want to ferret that out during the process so that I can advise my clients and we can talk about that closing date, because the more we align ourselves to what they're looking to achieve, the better off we're going to be. the seller really cares about net proceeds. So, maybe we don't ask for things, or maybe we give them a higher price, but ask for a little credit. I mean, we structure it in the way that works for them. And if we really want it, we recognize what needs to be done, but don't ask for repairs.
Yes.
Just, we'll take it as it is, or, whatever. Maybe we'll do the inspection, and as long as the inspection doesn't bring up something that's going to cost me over $5,000, I'll just take the property. That's another one. Any other variables that you like to talk about with your buyers?
Well, I want to go back to 2 points you made, which are great. One is having the strongest pre-approval, if you're going to get a mortgage, having the strongest pre-approval, because what it means is you can call your offer an all cash or no financing offer, because you're going to take the risk on yourself that you're going to get the financing. Really, all cash doesn't mean I'm going to show up with a bag of cash at the
sometimes
the
it does, but sometimes it doesn't.
But it means you can show up with financing. But it means that you've put the risk of being unable to get the financing on yourself and not on the seller, which making it a contingency sort of puts it on the seller. And to do the pre-work that Anne was talking about, getting a pre-qualification, a pre-approval, not just a pre-qualification, going through underwriting if you possibly can, being down the road in advance, allows you to then weigh the risks of, will I actually not get this loan? And the likelihood is slim that you won't get the loan. So that's something you want to talk about with your mortgage lender and with your broker and with your real estate lawyer, whether it makes sense to take that risk. And we bought a dream house, a buyer client and I, where we knew that if this property went on the MLS, my clients would lose it because there was so much interest in this property that somebody would show up with an escalation clause that would have a really high cap. We'll talk a little bit about escalation clauses, have a really high cap, and my people wouldn't be able to afford to go up to where that cap was. And so we had to target, it helped that our pal Jim Kinney had the property, and we actually knew that it was about to go on the market, that we were able to put in an offer that was all cash, had no repairs, and had a long close date, because we knew that would be important to the seller. And we came in a little bit lower than the proposed list price, because we were able to do all the other things that were important that made it a very strong offer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we got it before it went live on the MLS. We were under contract, and we were under contract as pending, not just as contingent.
Okay. So we've been talking for over 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as quickly as possible. Let's say you're in a multiple offer situation. Let's talk about what an escalation clause is quickly. Do you want to talk about that?
There's actually a form that goes with your offer that says you will increase it. Your offer will go up some increment above the highest offer until you reach a certain cap. So it's not just forever and ever that it goes up until, $10 million. It just goes up to a certain point, and then you can cap out.
So if my offer is $500,000 and that's my highest and best, you might have an offer that says I'll go up to $505,000 in increments of $2,500, but I won't spend more than $505,000.
So my best and final could be her best and final is 500 even. My best and final is 475 with increments of 2,500, to her point, capping at 505. So technically I show up, I might, if this is what's important to the seller, I might win. I might have the highest at $500,000 plus $2,500. So you say it. I can't say it this morning. It's too early. I'm not sufficiently caffeinated.
So that's how it goes. Yeah. So that's the basics, and we can help you get through that. I've won several contracts using the escalation clause. The other thing that I always recommend to my buyers, by the way, good morning, Sue Aducci in Kentucky, who's watching us. Sue's a great agent for the southwest suburbs of Chicago, so we can refer you if you need help.
No.
Anyway, the other thing is what I call the love letter. That is the letter that I have my clients write that talks about why they love the property, why they're going to take such good care of it. And they talk about themselves. And I had a client recently write the best love letter I've ever seen. She noticed that the woman had some French items in the home. And so she mentioned to the listing agent something about that and found out that this woman teaches French. So in her letter, she wrote, I was so enthralled with your French items. I understand you teach French. I spent a summer in France. Well, I mean, she really laid it on thick. But,
Yeah.
but talk about who you are, why you want the house. This is a lovely, you know what? This is an emotional process for sellers. And you bet they're going to take the offer of the person who tells them they love the home as it is. So,
or who loves it for the same reasons that the seller loves it.
Mhm.
So a savvy buyer and buyer's agent
Right.
will listen
Right.
to, why does the seller love this house?
Right.
And then use that to help frame the love letter.
Right.
And also, if you have a cute pet and this person has a pet, include a picture.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely right. But yeah, I love the ease of transportation. I love the brightness of the home, blah, blah, blah. But a love letter is critical if you want to win in a multiple offer situation.
Okay, are we going to do luxury home of the week?
Yeah, let's go for it. You want to go first?
Okay, I'm going to show. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. All righty. So this is my fantasy property of the week. I'm going to try and hide the. Okay, there we go. It says 460 West Huron Street. Yours for a mere $8 million.
Okay.
It's seven bedrooms, 8 full baths and 3 half baths, over 10,000 square feet in 5 stories. There's tons of outdoor space. And the pictures are going to focus on the outdoor space because, you know, in the COVID era, that's what we care about. There's a 6-car garage in case you need to rent it out for supplemental income. I'm kidding. And there are 2 resistant swimming pools, you know, the ones that are small, but
because one's just not enough.
because one's indoor and one is outdoor.
Oh, okay.
And then, yes. Now it's part of a development, so it has an assessment. It has a homeowner's assessment, and it's almost $4,000 a month, and the taxes are a mere $100,000 a year. Okay, so look at that.
Wow.
That's your roof deck.
That's
and
lovely.
one of your resistance pools, or one of your roof decks.
I've never swum in a resistance pool. Have you?
Never.
Okay.
Never.
I just wondered how they work.
Never.
But it's an important thing to
but
have.
People love it. People love them. You know. Okay. So here's
right, if you've been in a resistance pool, could you please message us and let us know what it's like to have a resistance pool? I'm very curious.
I'm sort of worried that the water would be stronger than I could swim.
I know.
Okay. But look how pretty this.
I digress, but Truly Madly Guilty. Have you read it? No. Leon Moriarty. Okay, that's my book of the week. Okay. Truly Madly Guilty. You'll know why if you read it.
Okay,
it's gorgeous. Yeah,
gorgeous. Outdoor space. Look at that. Oh, there's
there's your evening.
No, that's the outdoor space at night with the rubber duckies.
Oh, look at the lighting. I love it.
And then even the bedroom has an outdoor component. There's the indoor one.
Oh, okay. You've got a whole workout facility with a fireplace.
Look at all those garages. All right, that's me. Yours.
Love, love, love. Okay, share screen.
And stop sharing. Stop. Oh, there we go.
Dream home.
Ooh, look at yours.
Wait. Okay, folks, we are going to figure this out. I promise. Technology.
I have to say that's a little bit 70s font. Very cool.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. I'm glad you got that. 15 West Burton, 13,500,000 because I can
Mine
find a home bigger than yours.
Mine looks like a bargain.
Yeah. So this is in the heart of the Gold Coast, 10,000
Yeah,
square feet on a 28 by 132 foot lot, built in 2008. How about that?
look at that.
Isn't
Beautiful.
that stunning? That's a limestone all the way around.
So gorgeous.
Isn't that pretty?
So gorgeous.
Here's your kitchen.
Oh, kitchen porn. Oh, so
I know,
beautiful.
right? You got the marble here for when you're doing your pastries. Love it. The den and the outdoor patio here. They didn't spare any expense. Look at the beautiful wood ceiling there with the
Incredible.
beams and the theater room.
Because we all need that.
We do need a theater room, and they've done it. They've done it up where they've got the
Yeah.
acoustical
Oh,
and here's their workout room.
pretty great. Where's their pool?
They don't have one. $13 million and you don't get a pool, folks. So
But it's right near
that's it.
it's right near the racket club, and so you
Yes.
can, if you've got
Right.
the
You've got
money,
it all
you can
right
have-
there.
you've
Yeah.
got it all right there.
So anyway,
Listen,
that was my dream home of the week.
thank you so much for joining us today. We went long, but I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, we talked about multiple offers and glad we could share what we know with you. And certainly in your situation, if it's a multiple offer, we are there to help you and help you win. So thank you for
Win.
watching, everybody. Please watch every week, Monday morning, 6:30 for the Chicago Housing Market Update, Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann. Please follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon.